In a serious development, the attacks on our favorite snack foods continue as the St. Paul School District in Minnesota is joining the list of those institutions banning sweets. I know. Parents are being told sweet, sticky, fattening, and salty treats are not allowed at the school. Are they going too far? Time to let the Willis watchdogs out. Yu Dee Chang is with Ace Investment Strategists in D.C. Paul Westcott is the host of White House Brief. And Dudson Prowl is a senior reporter for Fox Business. Paul, let's start with you.
Well, this one drives me nuts because we have about 50,000 problems in our schools. We can't, kids can't add. They're reading on a 6th grade level as they graduate. And we're worried about how much candy they're eating, how many sweets they're eating. Let's get over this. Let's work on the actual things we need to focus on in public schools. And if they want to do it for lunches, meaning the school-provided lunches, that's fine. But in this case, they're sending letters home to parents telling them how to feed their kids. It's wrong.
Crazy. All right. Yu Dee, I know you have something smart to say about this.
I do. I absolutely do. I send my kids to school to be taught. So please, you teach them, and I'll parent them myself. So you don't have to. And also, I want you to teach them how to eat right, how to eat healthy. Don't force them how to eat right and eat healthy. And previous guest was saying that he's absolutely right. So we were drug-free in school, we're gun-free in school. Now they're going to be sweet-free. So I think what they should be working on is to make sure that they're not education-free.
Well, that's where they are right now. Look, I had a slider right before the show. I can't even listen to this,
I applaud the sentiment. A lot of Americans are too heavy, let's face it. The idea,
but not everybody.
I know, do we have to be all or nothing? Does it have to be all this and none of that? I have friends who say my children cannot watch TV, so the children are obsessed with TV. I feel the same principle applies here. If you tell the kid you can't have cookies, you can't have brownies, what do you think the kid's going to want? Cookies, ice cream, brownies, etc. Let's moderate a little bit. Is it that much?
That. Yeah, it makes perfect sense to me. But then I ate the slider before the show, so you're preaching to the choir. The New York Times is reporting on a new trend, banks breaking into homes and changing the locks. Except these houses should never have been foreclosed on. In one case, a woman claims the bank stole a box containing the ashes of her late husband. Bring on the lawsuits. What do you think, Yu Dee?
Well, this is a so-called BO2. It's called bailout 2. When first bailout was our money, now we're bailing out with our possessions. That's kind of interesting. I think it's a new show also. It's called the Desperate House Loan Sharks. So banks, no longer sends out foreclosure notices. Next time, they'll send Big Rocco with a big baseball bat, and that's the new show.
Paul?
Yeah. This is really, obviously, the banks have come under quite a bit of scrutiny, sometimes fairly, in this case, definitely fairly, because they're generating these things automatically, and people are sadly being foreclosed on when they shouldn't have. But the other part of this we definitely need to look at is the fact that there's a ton of people out there who haven't been paying their bills, should be foreclosed on. I know I'm the mean guy at Christmas, but you need to be foreclosed on if you're not paying your bills. Sorry, you got to be responsible.
I hate to be the Grinch, too. I'm on Paul's side. I've covered this story extensively since it began, and everybody I speak to who does not have a stake in this, that would be the non-lawyers, the non-consumer folks, they say that the vast majority of people who are being foreclosed on right now are being foreclosed on because they didn't pay their mortgages.
The dirty little secret here is you really don't own your house until you own your house.
Right.
Most of us just have a mortgage on a house, right? And we're paying it off. And we don't really own it until we pay it off.
Absolutely right.
So, sad story.
Yeah, but
It is.
Yes, Yu Dee.
With a 9.8% unemployment, with record earnings banks are having, they should hire more qualified people, more ethical people to carry out the foreclosure process.
Ethics and banks? What are you thinking there?
Oxymoron.
All right. Sorry. Turns out ugly Christmas sweaters are the latest trend this holiday season. The Wall Street Journal is reporting retailers like Bloomingdale's, H&M, and Abercrombie are selling the monstrosity. Some people like them, some people don't. And forget about picking one up at the thrift store for your ugliest Christmas sweater parties. Many are already sold out. Dunstan, my mother loves these.
Listen, I'm neither kitschy nor a party guy. But if I was kitschy and I was a party guy, the first thing I'd do was throw a party, and everybody who came would have to wear one of these sweaters. It would be hilarious. I'd take pictures of it, put them up on the YouTube, and I'd be an instant viral thing.
Yeah.
I kind of like them, Paul.
I love these sweaters, and you know what the thing is? It's horrible, especially on a big guy who ate candy as a kid like me. They're the bigger, the more ugly they are. But the thing is, what you have here is Abercrombie and these other fashionable stores trying to pick up on this. We need like the really garbage stores to be doing this and making missize the arms a little shorter. They have horrendous.
I still say I like these. Yu Dee, did you get me a Christmas sweater or what? Yay!
We had one. prepared guy.
one man's trash is another guy's treasure, you know. And also, you laugh at me now this way, but if you see this, I bet you'll go run out and
There you
buy
go,
one
baby.
right away.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. You know, you can pay anything you want for one of these sweaters. All right. Thanks, Yu Dee, Paul, and Dunstan. And some breaking news we need to get to, tell you about right now.